Look at this scripture. Walking down the street, Jesus saw a blind man from birth. His disciples asked, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, causing him to be born blind? Isn't that amazing? This is the disciples. I think that's a trip, right? Because isn't that how church folk are? Right? Something wrong with this dude. Who's this dude right here? Man, something got to be wrong with him. That's what the disciples did. Right? They see somebody in life that is going through something. People are like, is that Pastor Benny? That's his cousin. Like, yeah. The amazing part is that, think about the disciples. Isn't that what we do in church? That brother must be in sin. That brother must be in sin. Look at him. Because blind is what everybody knew that he was, right? And so they're like, look at him. And then they start going, well, he's either in sin or his parents must have sinned, and that's why he that way. Right, Jesus? This ain't like, this is the disciples. The dudes that were hanging out with Jesus. This is the church folk. I know she's sinning. Look what he says. He says, you're asking the wrong question. You're looking for someone to blame. You're looking for somebody to blame. There's no such cause and effect here. Look instead for what God can do. You're so focused on who you're going to blame or what the thing is that you're forgetting on what God can do. You're forgetting on the promise of God. He said we need to be energetically at work for the one who sent me here, working while the sun shines. When night falls, the workday is over. For as long as I am in the world, there is plenty of light. I am the world's light. He said this, and then he spit in the dust, made clay paste with saliva, rubbed the paste in the blind man's eyes, and said, go wash at the pool of Siloam. Siloam means sent. The man went and washed and saw. Now here's the crazy part about this, right? I've never really even heard this preached this way. I always hear that when the guy went, I've even preached it like this, when he said, right? That the dude and everybody was like, right? That wasn't the case. They say that the context behind the scripture is that the Jewish writers and in Roman culture, they believed that there were healing agents in the saliva. Henceforth in Mark chapter 9, when he healed the blind man there, I thought it was really awesome how he healed the blind man there, and he used his saliva as well, because that said to the people, not just to him, if he knew that saliva had a healing agent, when I went, his faith level went up because he said to himself, I'm about to get healed. That's right, Jesus is calling. I'm about to get healed. You understand? And think about everybody in the crowd too. They were like, he's using saliva. He's about to get healed. Now the crazy part is that they've never seen a blind man born and healed. They were about to see this. And the crazy part is that in Mark chapter 9, he took them out of the village. This is two different blind stories. He took them out of the village. Why? He had to take them out of his old way of thinking, how everybody else thought, in order to heal him. He had to pull him away from everybody. He's like, no, these people are going to mess you up. I need to put you around me, how I think. And so here, in this story, I love it because he took the saliva, which everybody knew was the ordinary, and he took the dirt, because in the creation of man, he used dirt. So he took the dirt, and he picked it up, and everybody was looking, and he looked at it, and yep, he took a little more dirt. And then he took the dirt. Stay back. Stay back. And he put the dirt over his eyes. See, the amazing part about this is that I need you to understand something. I need you to understand something. When you're changing your life, everybody can see the mess. It looks real messy. What you doing going to church anyway? What do you mean you got to start going to hubs? What is a hub and a hangout anyway? Why are you doing that? And everybody else can see the mess. And notice that his sight didn't come back until he went to the place Salam, which meant sent. So he sent the man. He sent him. Knowing that where God sends you, he's always with you. So he's never going to send you alone. And so he sends him to this place, Salam. Hope there was no steps on the way to Salam. But I want you to think about something. So let's say we were talking about Pastor Vinny. Let's say we were talking about him. He was the blind man. Okay? So he came, and he was an alcoholic, living in his truck, homeless, blind. He has a story where it was his daughter's birthday, and so he had to fool her and kind of go to the dollar store to get her a cupcake that he actually had to steal to sing her happy birthday. You following me? They said, how did you get your eyes open? And the man named Jesus made a paste and rubbed it on my eyes and told me, go to Salam and watch. I did what he said. Everybody say that with me. I did what he said. And when I watched, I saw. See, when you get to a place that you do what Jesus said, people won't even recognize you no more. See, they're like, wasn't that the guy that was homeless in his truck? Wasn't that the alcoholic? Wasn't that the guy that couldn't really do anything with his daughter or be with her? Like, isn't that the guy? Where's Kaylee at? Shiva, come. And then God not only restores his sight, and now that he sees, he gets to have his daughter in his life.